so excited to be filming right now. I was looking forward to this weekend because I knew I would get to sit down and film, and I woke up this morning and I had too many ideas that I wanted to film. I narrowed it down to two, went on Instagram, I said, do you want to see a what's in my office work bag or a beauty products kind of worth the splurge? And this video one, I will still do the office bag video, it just isn't being filmed right now. So I have been looking forward to this for a while. It's weird having YouTube be just a hobby or passion project for me now because it was a career for so long, and there is a different feeling to it when you're just doing this because you want to, and I've so enjoyed getting to reconnect with y'all and reading all of the comments. It has been so much fun, and so I've been like looking on my schedule. I'm like, what days can I take PTO to film? Because when I go to work from 8 to 5 during the week, Monday through Friday, I come home and it's starting to get late. I'm tired because I've been working all day. I don't look cute, so I'm not like motivated to film, but the weekends are the perfect time for me. Back in the day, I was a beauty influencer. I was basically on all the PR boxes to receive product from any and all brands, and I also had influencer income, which meant that if there was any product that wasn't sent to me but I wanted to try out, I could just go buy it. That is not my life anymore. When I decided to take a break from YouTube and move to Nashville and go to undergrad and all of that stuff, I just took myself off of all of the PR boxes, so I do not receive any PR makeup anymore, any PR boxes at all. But I felt like that was the right thing to do, just like ethically, knowing that I wasn't going to be filming videos, but also it takes up a lot of space, and I was moving into a 1-bedroom apartment, and I was like, I'm going to be focusing on school and the next chapter of my life, and I don't need to be receiving boxes and boxes of makeup every day. So I took myself off of those. I do not have influencer income anymore. I have a working girl salary now and a budget that I have to stick to, especially when it comes to my beauty products. So I wanted to do this video to show you these are products that I continue to buy and have over the past 5 years. I absolutely love them, and I also have some products that are budget friendly that I like to use. So I just wanted to do this video to show you like what I think is worth the splurge and some less expensive products that I like to use. I'm gonna start off by going through some basic like budgeting tips, tricks, how I wrap my mind around that. And then I'm going to go into skincare, makeup, hair product, and finally some nail stuff. So we will get into all of that, but I am going to go ahead and put the timestamp of when I switch categories down below so that if you know you only really care about the hair products that I'm going to talk about, you can just fast forward to that. I love when other people put that in their videos. So I was like, that's something I should do. Starting off with budgeting. Like I said, I do not have an influencer income anymore. I'm on a normal working girl salary. I am 31. I probably have a lower salary than a lot of other 31-year-olds in my position just because I did start in this career a lot later, so they have a lot more experience. So budgeting monthly is definitely something that I have to pay attention to very closely every month, and I do give myself a good budget for the beauty products that I love because that is my self-care. There are other things that people love to do that I don't do because I want to have this budget for beauty products. So my fiance and I really don't eat out that often. If we're going to do a date night, we'll go out, or if we have a friend's birthday get together or something, we might go out, but pretty much we cook all of our meals at home. We pack our lunch. That is just something that is a way for us to budget a little better. Another thing I will do is I do not buy coffee out anymore. I will make my coffee at home, and unless I have a gift card, I am not going to Starbucks. I am not going to a cute little cafe. I love that, but I love this more. I also have not had my fingernails done in like 4 years. I do get my toenails done about once a year, right? Kind of at the start of summer. I actually should probably go get them soon, and then I keep up with them throughout the year, but I exclusively do my own nails, and I think that really helps with budgeting. The last thing that I do is I make sure that my bigger ticket items are not running out at the same time. So I've made sure to kind of stagger the purchasing, and I've been using these products for long enough that I know about how many months they'll last. And so I can stagger, if there's a really expensive product I'm about to run out of, I know that the next really expensive product isn't gonna fall in that same month or that same category. So in order to get that flow, I did have to not have some of those products for some months and wait until it made sense in the cycle for me to purchase them. But I'm at a really good place now where I feel like I am good with my budget. I can stick to it every month, except I was in San Francisco last weekend and I lost my concealer, which is one of my more expensive items, and I'm really, really upset with myself because it did not come home from San Francisco with me, and it was not time to purchase it again. I just got that. So that's kind of throwing me off a little, but we'll get to that in a second. Let's go ahead and start with skincare. So I have 3 products for skincare, but something that's important to mention is that I do not do facials anymore. I haven't had a facial in probably like 4 years from a spa. I do them myself, so I will buy face products, masks, things like that. I have a little facial steamer and I will do it at home on my own. It's a lot more cost effective that way. I have done some DIY masks that you make in the kitchen and put them on. Those feel really good, but I don't actually see a difference in my skin as much as when I use products that have better active ingredients like hyaluronic acid or whatever it is that those products have in them. I can tell a big difference. I do think that I want to do a series of like 3 facials leading up to my wedding, just because I do see such a difference when I get professional facials, especially like a Hydra facial. Those are my absolute favorite. But I have kind of given up like spa treatments, and also I don't do filler or Botox or any of that. I have gotten Botox one time. I got 10 units on my forehead when I was 28, like around temples, brow, forehead area. It's totally worn off now, but I absolutely loved it and I would do it again if it comes back into my budget. That would be something I would love to do, but it's just not there. I've never tried fillers, but again, it's something that as I age, if it's something that I want to try, I think that'd be totally fine. So I have 3 skincare products that I want to make sure to mention as worth the splurge. The first one is probably the most like random thing that I have in this entire pile, but they are the disposable face towelettes. So it's basically like a one-time use disposable washcloth. So I've had oily, acne-prone skin my entire life. I have adult acne, I have acne scarring. I am someone that I can like look at something and I feel like I would get a pimple. Like I have very acne prone skin, and I have found a big difference since using these. So this is by the brand Clean Skin. My sister Elle, I think she saw a TikTok on it and she got them for me and my little sister and my mom for Christmas. I went through the whole box and then I reordered them on Amazon, and I've been using these every night when I take my makeup off and when I wash my face and I need to dry my face off. And I swear I can tell a difference. After she gave these to me, I watched a few videos and it was talking about how even if you wash your washcloths every single day after you use them and you're using a fresh one to dry your face every day, there is still a layer of bacteria on them. And if you, especially if you've exfoliated or if you've kind of like vigorously washed your face, you have just exposed a lot of the sensitive new face skin cells, and you don't want to be automatically like applying anything that has impurities towards it. So I think that maybe that has made a difference, but to be honest, I don't know what it is, but I've seen a large change in my skin since I started using these, and so I am not going to stop. I do use just like some drugstore makeup remover, and then I used to use the CeraVe foaming facial cleanser for about the past like 4 years. I'd say about 6 months ago I started using this, which is a splurge. I wish I didn't try it because now I feel like I can't go back because it does make such a difference in my skin, and that is something that I don't love, but I mean, I love it in terms of having clearer skin and being more confident in my skin, but I don't love the price of it. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Hydration Revival Cleanser. It's a cream to foam to milk cleanser. It has hyaluronic acid peptide biometric complex. It says it cleanses, hydrates, glows, reduces the look of pores, clear skin looks clearer and smoother, and it removes all makeup and impurities. So Charlotte Tilbury is probably my favorite makeup brand. You'll see as I get into the makeup, that's kind of like my most splurge on brand. And so I thought that I wanted to try their cleanser, but I was like, it can't make that big of a difference. It did. And I know that like you can't actually change the size of your pores. At least that's what I've read online or heard some dermatologists say, but I swear they look smaller. Like it looks like I have changed the size of them. So I don't care if microscopically or measurably they are the same diameter. They look smaller. And I don't know if that's because it's being like fully cleansed out and so there's not like gunk in there that you can see, so the pores look smaller, but my pores look smaller and my skin looks better. So yeah, that is a splurge product that I definitely recommend. The last skincare product that I think is worth the splurge is the Zoe Skin Health Daily Power Defense. So this is what I use in terms of like a serum in the morning. I don't put this on at night, but I put it on in the morning. I started using this back when I lived in LA and it just feels so good on my skin and it's worth the splurge to me. It is a more expensive product, but it is one of those that I'm going to forego something else in my life to make sure that I have this product to wear every single day. And this is my self-care moment. Like I love making my coffee in the morning, doing my skincare, doing my makeup, getting ready, and having these kind of more luxurious feeling products. It just feels really good to me while I'm getting ready and like gives me a pep in my step while I'm on my way to work. So when I first started using this, it was described to me that it's kind of like a skin shield. So it is a layer in between your bare skin and the makeup that you put on, the impurities that you come into contact with in the outside world. It kind of like gives you almost like a shield to your skin. I don't know if that's snake oil. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's placebo, but I love it. It's a holy grail item. I feel like I can see a difference in my skin and I will keep using this basically forever. So now let's move on into the makeup category. This is definitely my biggest category and I'm going to get started off with the foundation that I wear and I freaking love, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. It says it stays all day and night, and baby, it does. Also, I use this and I set it with the Too Faced Born This Way ethereal setting powder in translucent. When I put these two on, if I start getting creases throughout the day or my under eyes or my forehead or whatever it is, I can just take a beauty blender and tap it, and with nothing on it, nothing on the beauty blender, and just tap it, and it just like dissolves back into my skin in a really beautiful way, which is important to me having an office job and kind of going on different site visits and running around. I feel like these two products together have just like, they work so well together and they blend out so well. And I've tried some other foundations and powders and combos, and when you go to try to like touch it up throughout the day, it's like very obvious where you've tried to touch it up, and this is not like that. Like you can touch it up as many times as you want throughout the day and it just looks airbrushed and flawless. So those two together are huge for me. And then for concealer, I've started using a budget-friendly option for my under eye and brightening concealer, and then I use a more expensive luxury product for covering up any acne. So if you have any acne, any blemishes, I swear the best concealer on the planet, it is pricey, but it is so freaking worth it, is the Clé de Peau. Somehow it helps with your texture. It covers up all of the redness. I don't even know how to explain how good this concealer is. And I just got a new one, went to San Francisco last weekend Came home, I cannot find that concealer anywhere. I'm scared that it either like fell out of my bag or I left it there, and I am very upset about it because I just bought a new one. But that is my luxury concealer. And then for my under eyes and for any areas that I want to brighten, I have been using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This works really well. I used to use the Too Faced concealer and I loved it. It was great, but it was on the pricier side, and I found this, decided to give it a try, and was like, yep, that works. That's gonna be a product that is a staple in my routine. So for contour, there is one product I will use, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. This is the Easy Contour. I am in the color Fair Medium. I have never used a contour liquid or cream that blends out so effortlessly as this one. Every other product that I have tried to use takes a while to blend out, or it blends out so much that you go to try to like actually see that you have contour on and it's just like a little bronzy. It doesn't actually contour your face. I can't say enough good things about this, but if there was one makeup product that I probably had to keep, I'd say it would either be, okay, so it's between the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, the Clé de Peau Concealer, and this. Those are like my three. I would do everything else budget, everything else drugstore, but if I had those three products, I feel golden. Pun intended, because this is kind of like a goldy bronze. It's actually not, it's very much a contour color. But anyways, I also have been using their Pinkgasm Beauty Light Wand. It is a highlighter blush and it is in the color Pinkgasm Sunset. I don't know if they have different Pinkgasms, but this is the Sunset one, and it, just like the contour, it blends out so easily. Now with the contour, I blend it out with a beauty sponge. With the blush, I find it blends out best with my fingers. I don't know why that is, but it blends out so beautifully and so easily with my fingers. And for most days when I'm going to work, a lot of times I will not put what I'm about to show you as my go-to eye product on my eyes. I will just put a little bit of this and blend it out, and then that is all I do for my eyes. If I am going to do eye makeup, like what I have on today, all I have on today is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize liquid or cream eye product that is in the shade Amber Gold. And I've been using this for years and it's been my go-to eye product. I put it on with my finger, I tap it on the lid, and then after I've deposited all of the product off of my finger, I just kind of start like lightly flicking up towards my crease, and then I take a clean brush that doesn't have any product on and I just kind of blend where the edges meet my skin. That is it. So that is all I have on for like shadow today. I did put a little bit of highlight in my inner corner, and then I also put some of this Amber Gold on my lower lash line, and then I have on mascara. So I used to wear false eyelashes every single day. I do not do that anymore. Even if you're reusing pairs, it just gets expensive and it's also time consuming, and in the morning I don't want to wake up an extra like 5-10 minutes early just to put on lashes. So I will forever be a drugstore mascara girly. You guys know this about me. L'Oreal Telescopic is my all-time go-to, but I picked up the L'Oreal Panorama Voluminous Mascara. I've been using that. I do really enjoy it. I think when this is out, I'm probably gonna go back to my standard Telescopic. That has just been my go-to for years, and I know I can rely on it. I know it's not super expensive, and it is just my product. Speaking of eyes, I would love if someone wanted to give me some pointers on not how to have 2016 eyebrows, because I feel like I still fill in my brows and do it the same way that I did in 2016. And I know that like the bushier brows or the more natural looking brows are in, but I cannot find a brow gel that will actually keep my brows in place. I think I have very particular growth pattern on my brows. Like they want to stay straight. They do not want to like fluff, feather up. So if you have a brow product that you recommend that will actually hold them in place as more of like a full brow, I would love to try that. But right now, I still feel like I have my 2016 brows because this is the way I did my brows in 2016 and I still do them like this. For lips, I have the two products that I use every day that are more splurge worthy, and then I have the brand that I love for the more budget friendly, and I have these like all over the place. I have it in my work bag, I have it in my purse, I have it in my car. This is one that I will just have everywhere, whereas these, I have one of each of them and they pretty much travel around everywhere with me. So it is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner and Pillow Talk lipstick. So that is all I have on my lips right now. I do the lip liner and then I fill in my entire lip with the lip liner. Then I go over it with the lipstick, and then sometimes I will go in with one of the Maybelline Lifter glosses. So I have a bunch of different shades of this. Some are a little more pigmented, some are truly more of like a glossy color with a lot less pigment. They're more sheer, but I love all of them. And so if there was one drugstore lip product that I would be using, it is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Now, I don't have a drugstore dupe. I'm sure you can find one online if you Google like Pillow Talk Charlotte Tilbury drugstore dupe for the lip liner, but these also last me so long that I don't mind buying the actual one that I know I like, I love. It goes on nicely, it wears nicely. Sometimes when I use different brands of lip liner, it'll almost like stay really harsh along the edge, and then any that I've put on my lips as I'm drinking coffee or water throughout the day or as I'm eating, it comes off of the middle and it leaves me with like a very stark contrast, and I don't love that. And this Charlotte Tilbury one doesn't. I feel like as it does fade throughout the day, it fades evenly, which I'm really thankful for. So those are all of my makeup products. Now let's swap over to hair. For hair, I have two budget products and then two products that are more on the splurge side. I mean, they're not crazy expensive, but they're not like drugstore. So first off, the mousse I use and the hairspray I use are both drugstore. They are Tresemme. You can tell these are the products I actually use every day because all of them are like missing their lids or just super dirty outside or halfway used, but these are the products that I love. So I use the Tresemme Ultrafine Hairspray, the Pro Lock Tech in hold number 3. I like that this definitely holds my style throughout the day, but it's still very brushable. There's no like stick or crisp to my hair. It still feels like it can flow and fall naturally, but it just kind of like holds any sort of curl that I've put into it. And then the mousse I don't use every day. I only use this on hair washing days right before I give myself a blowout, and that is the Tresemme Extra Hold Volumizing Mousse in hold number 4. And so I probably use more of this than I see most people use on other like videos, or even when my hairdresser will be doing a blowout on me. I feel like they use such a tiny amount, and maybe that's what you're supposed to do, but like guys, I am going in with the mousse, so it needs to be a budget-friendly product because I'm buying it all the time. I don't have my shampoo and conditioner over here, but I do use Redken, so it's kind of, I feel like it's not as expensive as some prestige brands, but it's also not like drugstore quality, so that would kind of be a middle ground. I use the Redken one that's supposed to be like the Olaplex dupe, but I actually don't like Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. It felt like it wasn't getting my hair clean. And so this is the like bond repair one. The last product I have for hair is the R&Co Zigzag Root Teasing Texture Spray. So I don't use this every day, but when I do want to do something with a little more volume, I will spray this on my roots. It's lasted me a really long time, probably because I don't do those hairstyles all the time, but I've never had such a good volumizing product as this one. So I wanted to make sure that I threw this in there as it's a splurge, but it's not a super splurge because I feel like it's lasting me for so long. So now the last thing I have is nails. Like I mentioned earlier, I do my own fingernails, haven't had my fingernails done in like 4 years. One of the things that I've splurged on to be able to do that is a professional nail drill. Now it did take me a few times of using this and getting the different bits and figuring out the speed and the direction and all of that to really feel comfortable using this. Now I feel like I could probably do it in my sleep. So this was expensive. This was like probably the price of 3 manicures, like gel manicures. But I've had it for 2 years now and I have been doing my own nails that whole time. So it was definitely worth it to me to purchase that. And then when I do my own nails at home, I still use salon quality nail polish. So I've tried all of the gel polishes from like Amazon. They do work well. They do look good. They're the colors that they say they're gonna be, but they don't hold and stay as well as the OPI collection does. And that could be the makeup of the oils in my skin or my nails. Like this one just sticks, and this will pretty much stay on until I'm ready to take it off. I typically do my nails every like 2-ish weeks, but I could go up to 3 or 4 and it would just be grow out on my nails. They wouldn't actually be like chipping. Sometimes I'll have a random chip here and there, but that's typically from like something that I've done. But I think that that's definitely more of a splurge. If you're gonna do your own nails at home, you probably are going to look for less expensive products. But for me, it has been so fun and so worth it. And I love getting a new OPI gel polish. I get so excited. This is a new color that I have on since the last time I filmed. When I filmed the engagement video, I had on Let's Be Friends, the Hello Kitty OPI collab. And then I had a little pearl top coat on top of it. And this is the shade Movie Buff. So they're similar, but they're not exactly the same, and I love it. I have probably 6 or 7 of the OPI gels that I switch back and forth between, and I get so excited when it's time to get a new one or get a new shade. Last year for Christmas in my stocking, my mom got me a new color, and it was just so fun. So these are my saves and splurges that I've been loving beauty-wise, and I just had a lot of fun filming this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to keep filming more content for you and just kind of having this fun hobby on the side to do. It's exciting for me. I also don't know how many people are interested in wedding content, but I feel like my entire brain is comprised of wedding planning things. And so I am going to be filming a wedding dresses I tried but did not pick out video that I'm really, really excited for, but I haven't fully solidified my yes dress, so I don't want to put that video up and then one of those end up being the dresses, because there are a few like maybes. Like I would be very happy wearing that dress. I just don't know, like I haven't solidified it, but I have a couple more shops to go to, and everyone says you'll know when you put it on, and I haven't really known with any of these. I've been like, I would feel so beautiful walking down the aisle in this dress, but it hasn't been like a I cannot leave without buying this dress moment. So if you guys are interested in that or any other video ideas you have, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any Splurge beauty products that you feel like you think I would like or I should try, please leave them below, because I am always looking for some new products to try out. And even though this isn't my job anymore, I am still very, very into beauty products and testing them out and stuff. So if you have any that you think I would like, please send them my way, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.